Okay, I'm back. I think I'm calmed down some. But this team, it upset me last week, like greatly. This game in general upset me last week or last time. That wasn't a week ago. That was Monday. Was it Monday? No, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday. Yeah, but I'm a little calmer now. Uh, will this team upset me again? Probably. It's likely. Um, but we'll see. I don't know why I was worried about the receivers. When they go up against me, they are unstoppable. Oh my gosh, I gotta let my dog out. Hold on. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Had to go out there with them because there's neighbors outside and they're absolutely paranoid about people that they don't know. Which I feel like is probably normal for dogs. But, like, the extent to which they absolutely lose their minds is a bit much. Okay. Oop, oop, hold on. Alright, that's fine. Oh, man. I just don't know what this team is supposed to be on offense, you know? You try to run the ball, but the O-line is just kind of meh at run blocking. You try to pass the ball, but your receivers are meh. So you got to scheme them open. But that doesn't work if they're playing man and your like. I feel like finding consistency on offense with this team is going to be difficult all season. And then the way that the defense absolutely folded towards the end of the game last week. I mean, they sturdied back up in overtime, but the way that they absolutely melted to lose the lead that we had was absolutely insane. That being said, again, I could have scored at some point, which would have helped, but I didn't. And then the game lag spiked me when I went to kick the field goal end to win the game. Like, I'll admit when I missed a kick, the game decided I wasn't making that kick. Like, every missed kick with the Bengals, I missed those kicks. That's just on me. I just missed them. But that one at the end of the game, I hit the button well before it registered. And it just decided, no, you're not making this field goal. You're not winning this game today. You're going to a tie. You're tying with a team that's 77 overall. All right. And one more. Okay. So practice is done. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. I figured this was coming. His overall has been going, or not going up, but he's been real close to an upgrade. So he's 6'2 with only 90 speed. But his physical is his lowest, so I guess I'll just go deep threat. It doesn't matter. Alright, let's see. Little fatigued, secondary. Patrick McCarry, I don't care. I don't want to be on the trade block. Did anybody get hurt last week? Yes, our starting right tackle did. Yay! Alright, let's go in and fix it somehow. Okay, so it should be Clayton. And Grable can be the backup. And then the backup here can be the backup right guard. And then the third string here can be the backup left guard. And actually, I probably could just put the backup left guard. I could probably just put Cody Ford there. but thematically that wouldn't make sense. Or schematically that wouldn't make sense. So I'm not going to. Now, if we start getting hurt by the right tackle, then we'll make a change, but we'll give the young guy a shot. Anyway, I'm going to continue muting myself because on the tail end of sick, I should be fine by next week. I'll be able to talk through the games and everything, but it's still very tail end of it. I'm still feeling a little bit, enough to where I don't want to potentially make anything worse. So I'll see you at the end of the game.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Bills and the Dolphins on Thursday night primetime.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time. If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he takes this near the 25, 2023, now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped up the football way like he did last week.
Tua to throw right away. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Now a 2nd and 10.
Get right here.
Here's Tua. Pass incomplete. Now we get a look at their most recent draft class, and you need to get real familiar with some of these names here because this front office thinks that these are going to be guys that have an impact for them on Sundays for years to come.
I think you're exactly right about that, and what I know about this group doing the drafting, it's not all about instant value when they put their class together. They wanted every pick to be somebody they see as a starter, maybe not today, but someone they can develop to make him one within the first couple of seasons. How about their strategy? All about long-term upside, and they added a ton of it this spring.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 24 carries, 121 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Motion man is Shakir. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Back to the ground, Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Allen now looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss, because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First carry for Raheem Mostert. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass, because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free.
And complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Motion man is Shakir. From the gun, it's Allen. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Tua sets up to pass it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They run it again with Cook. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Middle.
Now Zach Moss played prep ball 8 miles from here in Hollandale Beach. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll try the middle with Cook, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To the air, Allen flushed out right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Miami set to take over. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's Hill, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
Looking to pass. Tua. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Bounce back season a year ago for Jonnu Smith when he set career highs in both catches and yards in his lone season in Atlanta. The Dolphins signed him this offseason in hopes that they see that continue.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And this is Cook with a grab. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Ready.
In motion, Hill. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Cook again. Down inside the 40.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Holding. Offense.
Now that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Still second down.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. In motion, Hill. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Tua going to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And here come the Bills. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Being chased out left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Allen eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And complete, right side to Cook. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. And again, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now here come the Dolphins. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. From the gun, it's Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Shedding the tackle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. The Bills on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run again, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later.
Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, ready.
Here's Tua. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Get set.
Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that. And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.
All right. That's a win. My gosh, that was painful.
Well, CD, for the losing side,
no,
they
hush,
had opportunities
hush,
in this one, but big
hush,
places
Mr. Announcer, man. You're too loud. But yeah, that's, it's painful. It was ugly. I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit, but we won, so, you know. We did have some injuries as well, which is really, really unfortunate. I don't know how to use this playbook. I think it's part of the problem. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to my brain. And this is part of the struggle that'll come up with some playbooks. I just don't like them. Like, this is not a playbook I would choose to use normally. It's just not one that I like. So, ruptured disc. Cook's going to be out for 4 weeks. Epinesa is going to be out for 4 weeks as well. Great. Torn labrum, ruptured disc, pulled groin. We're doing fantastic. Very healthy. Our starting running back and our starting defensive end. Oh, 9 players ready to negotiate. That's cool, man. Just juice up the money. I don't care. Salary cap is off because if it was on, this whole thing would be a nightmare. He doesn't want it? Okay. We're going to have to franchise tag goddamn Zay Jones. This guy doesn't want it either. Our 4th string D tackle has a problem with the contract we gave him. Okay. Like, this guy, okay, I get. There's potentially some bargaining power with him. CJ Brewer has literally no room to negotiate for anything. Like, you are a 61 overall 4th string D tackle. I could replace you so fast. I can replace you in the 7th round. I really hope my mic isn't picking up the laptop. It very well may be. It shouldn't be, but like I'm being kind of loud, so the laptop's projecting kind of loud, so it might be picking it up. Hope it's not though. But if you hear a faint echo, that's why, because my setup is beyond scuffed. Oh my gosh, for once the fadeaway actually caught it and the undercut didn't. That never happens. Now the real question is, again, why am I getting fadeaway animations? Also, why can running backs not like squeeze through blocks? Like there was a play there on that last drive where both of the linemen completely turned their backs to each other because they were making the gap. And like it was a small gap, but there was a gap. But I tried to run through it and I got stuck on the lineman. Like I couldn't get through the gap. Why did it not let me through? Like that's one of the things that's like, okay, you can make an animation for that. That's fine. Because stuff like running back squeezing through somewhat small lanes, I mean, that happens every game. All the time. Like, sometimes the lane isn't the Red Sea parting. Sometimes it's just a crease, and they take it. But in Madden, you can't take it if it's just a crease. You need the Red Sea to part. Which is just mind-boggling that of all the things that they thought to, like, put in the game for stupid reasons, something like that isn't. There's no way to, like, make a cut into a smaller gap but still burst through, assuming it's because you're basically linemen of your own team making the gap. I think it'd be one thing if you tried to do that between 2 defensive players or tried to do that between 2 blocks where the defensive players were actively shedding into the gap, but that wasn't happening. The linemen had their backs turned to the gap, making, they weren't getting much movement, but the block themselves were pretty solid. But I couldn't take advantage of it because it didn't matter because the gap was too small and the game didn't let me through. So, I'm tired. All right. So that's practice taken care of. I'm probably going to go only to about 1 today. So maybe 2, maybe 3 more games. We'll see. I'm not going super long today. But yeah. Alright, let's patch up damage from defensive end perspective. Obviously at halfback, Singletary just steps up. Zach Moss stays where he is, and Ray Davis doesn't do anything still. Left end is still Rousseau. The right end will be Shaq Lawson. Then the backup can be it could be Olafuscio. Yeah, that'll work. He can be our backup end. Now rush end. Left end still Rousseau. Right end, where is Lawson? Oh, so Lawson's a bad rushing right end. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll have Felucio be Ulafoscio. How do you say that? Ulafoscio. Good enough. Yeah. He's going to be the backup rush end. He'll be the backup defensive end, period. But Boogie Basham will be the rush end. Shaq Lawson will be the starting end. So, that's fine. Alright, time to play the Jaguars, week 3, Monday night primetime. A game that in real life was a massacre. So, hopefully it goes about the same for me.
It's week 3 of the National Football League.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Hey.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. And his first pass is incomplete. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game, and gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder, in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back? It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
Let's go. behind. Silver.
Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Hey,
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment, so this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Silver.
Play action. It's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route. They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with ETN. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
11, Agate. Here we go.
Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josiah DeGuara. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Motion man is Shakir. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir, 71 yards. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Let's go.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the counter, ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Singletary again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Alert!
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 39 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
Run.
So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On play action, Lawrence. A solid stiff arm. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Lawrence will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach. All game long, all practice long, every meeting, get the football. That's what they want. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. The Bills come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Hey, easy, route.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That finds the former Raven, Devin Duvernay. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line.
All right, let's go.
It's a throw again as Lawrence. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Second and 6. On play action, Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Allen. Dancing to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Alert! What's that?
Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get...
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Allen now looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Look out.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
What is that?
Moss on the give up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Look out.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
What's that?
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
What's that?
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
What's that?
They go right back to Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple.
What's that?
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 85 yards rushing now for Singletary, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Look out.
They run here with Singletary. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Look out.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space. When they dumped it to the back, he was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They go play action with Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Flush to his right. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that 1st down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the 1st. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Matt Milano, an all-pro last year, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Motion man left is Kirk. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Evan Ingram from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Look out!
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
What is that?
Allen going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's second and 10.
What's that?
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
What's that?
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
That's 2 in a row.
What they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Gosh, when the game just decides they're going to score. Like, it's just so wildly unfair in just a blatant, stupid way. But, you know, it is what it is. We won the game. But, yeah, we won the game. On to week 4. Actually, I'm going to take care of these 2 contracts. I wish I could remember what he said. There. If there were some way to improve how this team aligns with my interests. What does that mean? So because he's pressed about, what is it? Historic championships, a big market. So because we're in a smaller market and we haven't won, he does like, but he doesn't like the other 2 things that bad that he's not going to stay. Buddy, you're going to get franchise tagged in a situation where you're literally not allowed to leave anyway. Yeah, no, that's going to be it for today. I'm tired. This game upsets me. This team upsets me. This playbook upsets me. Everything about this franchise is going to make me upset the whole time. Which, this is not a team I want to come back to for a second season after we win the Super Bowl. If we win, there's a chance I just delete this franchise instantly and never think about it again because I don't like this team. Like it's just so bizarre. There's not much to build into, you know? Like, yeah, sure, you got an Osiris Torrance, but you also have a 42-year-old center you're gonna have to replace. Yeah, sure, you got Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid, but like Gabe Davis and Zay Jones and Robert Woods are guys that very easily make the team at receiver. Yeah, you got Josh Allen, but your best running back is James Cook. Devin Singletary honestly feels better using than him. Maybe it's because he's slower. The gap is actually there when he gets there. Maybe, I don't know. But like there's just not hardly any pieces that are developing for the future. It's just like win right now. Like Tre'Davious White, Stephon Gilmore, and Taron Johnson. That's not a cornerback trio that's going to be good in a season or two. That's a trio that's going to absolutely tank. And like, yeah, you got Kier Elam you can build up, but eh, you know, it's not a team that I have any interest in continuing on after the initial Super Bowl if we win one. Now, if we lose or don't make it, obviously we have to do a second season because every team has got to get a ring. That's the idea. Every team will get a ring out of this whole situation. But yeah, this is a team. This is the first one that I definitively do not want to come back for a second season if I don't have to. So, but yeah, got through 2 games. I'm sick of this team now, so I'm gonna be done. So, y'all enjoy yourselves. Yeah, that's it. Bye.